So, first off, I wanted to explain why I haven't been uploading for the past couple of days. I have fallen ill, but I am still not all the way better, but I'm getting pretty close, so I'm here. I mean, I probably could have made a video yesterday, but I didn't have enough time, and you might notice that my money's gone down. In the last video I uploaded, I think I had it somewhere around 300,000. Well, while I was ill, I grinded my heart out on this game. And now I'm going to introduce to you the newest vehicle in my fleet right here. So yeah, it took me way too long, but I finally got the Doppler on wheels, and I think I have 2 storms firing up here. See what the wind direction is real quick. We gotta do north, so that's practically useless to me right now. So I'm gonna target this storm over here. That's over by Hibbing. However, the one thing that I tend to hate about the Doppler is it's extremely slow at accelerating. But other than that, this thing is an absolute beast, and it is by far my favorite vehicle now, so I'm gonna try to head down to Hibbing and probably take way too long. So to my surprise, there's already a mesocyclone, and wait, well, there's one on both storms, but that one's puny, and I can't even see that one, but I just remembered I didn't even show you the risk, so we actually got a pretty good one. 95 Fahrenheit temperature, 85 Fahrenheit dew point, 8.2 cubic kilometers of lapse rates, and then 3,325 joules per kilogram of cape. And actually that cape is still climbing, so yeah, it's pretty nice. But my favorite thing about Dow by far is the quick radar updates. Instead of every 10 seconds it used to be, it's now every 5. In older versions of the game, it was 15 seconds, and then this shortened it to 8. But in the most recent update, the Dow got a little bit of a buff as far as the radar goes. But yeah, this thing costs $550,000, and yeah, definitely not cheap. But you can activate the dish, which basically just makes this happen and gives you faster radar updates. And you can deploy, which basically makes these little pedestal thingies, whatever they're called, go down. And then this mesocyclone goes way up here. But this thing looks so good going down the road like this. I mean, I could not ask for a better model for this Doppler on wheels. So there's a tornado. It's actually pretty large. Currently right here I'm in a hail course, so it's gonna say scan blocked if I go back here and start recording data. So I gotta get out of the hail core and closer to the tornado. I think I'm just gonna cut onto this dirt road, and maybe that'll get me out of the hail. Actually, I should already be out of the hail, I think. But maybe the size is just big. But yeah, I'm in the orange. I shouldn't be in any hail right now. Oh yeah, there we go. No more hail. So now I could probably deploy this. Wait until those go down. And now that has to go up. Then I can press E to switch seats. Currently it says scan blocked. It shouldn't for too much longer. I mean, it's not throwing debris, so I don't see why it would be. That's actually pretty wide. I guess you could call that a wedge, and it's pink TBS. I really don't understand why my scan is blocked. It really shouldn't. Oh, there we go, 133 miles an hour, so not pink TBS. There's no reason that should be pink. Pink is 140. So yeah, oh, there we go, 143. So basically the average chaser vehicle would be able to survive that tornado. I wouldn't be able to because deployed, I think this is 125 or maybe it's 130, 135. So yeah, this is not safe for the Doppler, but it is safe for the average chaser vehicle. And I should probably get a lot closer now since it's got a little bit far away. Another thing about the Dow is whenever I go to undeploy, I always hit the disactivation one too, because I'm used to just hitting every button to undo it. and undo everything I can, but that's not right. So that's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. So yeah, I'd say this is definitely dying now. It's a red TBS. Still red, actually. But yeah, the radar being overly accurate is really nice for the Doppler. Oh, it actually shape-shifted into an hourglass. That's probably why it dipped down to red. It's probably about to go back up to pink. Actually, no, it's not. So that's a bit weird. What in the world? I've always known that there's a little bit of a, like, something that slows you down over here, but I never knew that it was actually like a little invisible hump in the road. Actually, I have a feeling it's because of that hill being too close to the road, so that's nice to know, because I have driven on this little dirt road probably too much in the past week of playing this game. See, I'm actually unsure if you have to deploy or not to get the data down here. But I think it at least helps or something. I'm gonna try just doing it and not deploying one of these times to see if it makes a difference. Because if it does, that's gonna be a lot better for me. It just shape-shifted again. I'm not really sure what it did, other than get a little bit smaller. Because that's the same shape. Oh, it's only a yellow TBS. It's probably gonna lift any minute now. Or, okay, this thing is shape-shifting probably too much. It's an hourglass now. And actually, I think this thing blasted potentially right through Hibbing, so I want to go check that out. And yeah, I can't get anything on the scanning, so I'm just gonna go do that now. Also, just so you know, this isn't gonna be the average video from now on. Just because I have the Doppler doesn't mean I'm gonna main it. I'm still gonna use like the TIVs and Dominators a lot more because two reasons. One, that's more fun, and two, I know that's better for a content standpoint. People will enjoy watching intercepting a lot more than just sitting back and waving a dish at a tornado. And I think that just lifted, so let's see the track that was. Oh yeah, it did blow right through Hibbing, so I gotta go down there. And another thing that I did over the time I was ill is I picked up the EMS Game Pass, so I can just go here, turn that on, and then now I can go save people. What the heck is with all the tornadoes just going right off the map? Unless that recycles. I mean, I think that might be the only thing we see today. So here we are in Hibbing, a couple knocked trees, roofs blown off of mobile homes, so EF0. This was 1 weak tornado. Oh, and a recycle. So that is a little bit of a threat to Palzoid. I doubt it's gonna actually hit it, but another great thing about the Doppler is this thing absolutely makes bank. Like, I started off this video with like, what, 14-ish thousand? And I'm already up to 20,000. So every scan you get from the radar with wind speeds on it that does not say scan blocked, I think will probably have like 300 bucks to it ish. And that tornado in the north there just lifted, so I'm gonna see. Oh, there's apparently a tornado too that just didn't even do anything on the map. But yeah, here we go. Basically, same exact funnel size. Oh, that went right through Palzoid. But it was probably yellow TBS when it did, so not too worried about it. So, now while I'm waiting, I might as well probably just show you how the Doppler works, because, I mean, why not? There's no point in making a video about the Doppler and not teaching you how to use it, so that's what I'm gonna do. So, there's 3 seats in the Doppler: the driver's seat, the passenger seat, and then there's the computer seat. So, Doppler has 2 options down here. You can activate the dish, which just does that. When you don't have the dish activated, the radar is inaccurate, and the radar will also have slower updates. Just simply having the Doppler in the server will not help you at all for the radar updates. And then there's the deploy button, where you press that, you'll get these blinky lights. These will go down, and then this mesonet will go up. The point of the mesonet going up is to give you more accurate wind speeds. And then if you press E, or just hop out and go back in, you can go to this seat. You have a mouse and a keyboard, whatever this thing is. These are all just simply cosmetics. But down here, you get the scan wind speeds. Currently, I'm only getting 13 mile an hour for the max wind speeds, and like, I think it's something like a 2-3 mile radius. Actually, it might only be 1.5 because I think the Doppler measures like this far around. I mean, it might be more because if it measures to the tornado itself, then it's probably exactly that. But if it's anything to do with the TVS, any wedge you will encounter, you will probably not be able to get close enough. And while driving the Doppler, you're going to want to try to position the vehicle right, probably in front of the tornado, but not in the path. So you're going to want to be, say you're in a public server with the Doppler, if you have a TIV around you deployed in the path of the tornado, you're going to want to head half mile to a mile in front of him. Probably closer to a half mile though, because the radius isn't that great. If you have a Doppler in a public server, you will probably be the center of attention, so lock your doors. So there we go, we have a tornado touchdown over there. It is a slight sidewinder. If it weren't for the frequent lightning over there, I'd probably not be able to see it at all. Still due north server, so I'm probably going to head to just a little bit past this intersection. And it is going to be a little bit difficult to get an accurate scan at this tornado because it is a heavy precipitation storm. And now, as for a realism spectrum, I mean, the Doppler radar is still electromagnetic waves similar to light waves. So if you can't see the tornado very well, I mean, you probably won't be able to scan the tornado very well. So this thing is just shape-shifted into an hourglass. I'm going to slow down here, hit the deploy button because why not, and then switch over here. I do not understand how the scan wind speeds are 0 miles per hour. Oh, you do have to deploy. Okay, I see. So we got 104 miles an hour on this tornado so far. 107 that time. 111. So this thing is slightly increasing its wind speeds every time. And actually it looks like it's just gonna stay at 111 for a minute. Oh, and actually that's kind of cool. The forecast was a little bit wrong and everything went slightly over except for dew point because that was maxed out. 124 wind speeds now, so that's actually pretty wide. Or not wide, powerful. Peak TVS, feel like that's a bit inaccurate. 133 now. I might be in the wind field of this tornado soon. Okay, we got 141 now, so I feel like the Doppler's a little bit behind from the radar. So yeah, I also have a feeling it depends on the time it updates at. The greatest thing about the Doppler is it's just basically a less intense, more accurate intercept vehicle. And if you get deployed in front of the tornado, and it shifts paths, you have a higher chance of dying instead of a lower chance of dying. So that's a little annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. And this is definitely starting to die down a little bit as it is decreasing wind speeds and is red TVS on the radar. However, it is headed right for Waukesha, so if it keeps on this path, that could end badly. Okay, so probably should try to get a little bit closer to the tornado now because it is passed on. So this has actually shifted paths, but it is going straight for Angora now, so I feel like at this point either way it goes, it's probably going to hit a town. Because if it does happen to shift due east or south, Hazleton and Funkley are in the crosshairs. So this thing has just actually taken a sudden shift for the west, or for the east, and it might miss Waukesha to the south a little bit now. However, it is just an orange TBS, so that could be interesting. Okay, so I've entered the tornado warning, so that'd be probably a good spot to deploy at. Might hit Waukesha, but probably not. Also saying that this is green TBS. If it does, it's probably not going to do anything. I can very faintly hear the Waukesha tornado sirens though, so that's nice. Oh yeah, that's about to go up, isn't it? Or it just can shapeshift to become a lot larger. So yeah, I haven't gotten something besides scan blocked yet, so that's quite annoying, but this is a heavy precipitation storm, so it's kind of what you can expect with this. So there's a new storm down there. This is probably lifting any second. Okay, that's guaranteed definite hit in Waukesha, so maybe I should head up there. Gosh, I can't see anything from this radar, so probably should head closer up there. But yeah, that's in Waukesha for sure. Oh, and it actually just lifted while in Waukesha, so that's a little bit of a relief. But since it was green TVS, I'm expecting EF1 to 0 damage. So yeah, I don't even see any damage, so I probably should just head south to this new storm. And actually the next day is expecting the exact same risk unless it just hasn't updated yet. But I think it updates at 1 AM, so that makes sense. That is a weird looking hook, and it's threatening Wanaska. Actually no, I forgot it's due north. So maybe it isn't threatening Wanaska? Oh, the Cape is... everything is rapidly shrinking. Especially the Cape. And the humidity keeps changing. Okay, so we have the new risk now, and it's much worse. So that's at least nice to know that once I leave, I'm not throwing away 30 million Cape. This thing actually has a pretty fair chance of going right across the populated area of Trent, but it's unlikely. And, well, that happened. That recycled. I'm probably should expect recycling a lot more often. Well, that is one weird path. It shifts hard east right here and then shifts hard north right here. So that's interesting, I guess. And is that a touchdown? So yeah, yellow TVS, I would assume that that's probably touched. Uh-oh, there's hail. Oh yeah, I see it there, that is touched. Decently wide funnel as well. And actually, I've found us right where we've started on this road again. So yeah, definitely a hit on Trent. Whether it's going to be significant or not, I don't know. I just want to try to get out of the hail core for the most part. And actually, there I go. Did that? What is happening? That Doppler just switched directions. Alright, I'm on the little weird hill thing. So, let's see if I can get data from here. I'm assuming probably not, but it's worth a shot. See, we got scan blocked. Scan blocked. Scan blocked. Yeah. No, I don't think I'm gonna get any data here. So, yeah. Well, that's that. That's quite the number to have a max funnel width of for this 5th tornado. I wonder if this is going to count as a 6th tornado or maybe just day 2. So what's really nice about this is I've been able to avoid pretty much the entire east side of the map. And if you have watched a couple of my videos, you probably know that I despise the east side of the map because the road maps over here are just disgusting. There's this loop. There's no way to get from Helma to West Viracor without going up around and taking a loop like this. And there's almost no way to cross the river from Viracor to Nateville, and then from Nateville to like up here by Sneed. This storm is actually going really fast, I just noticed. So I'm going to attempt to gather data here. It's probably not going to work. So yeah, I'd say no, I'm not going to get data from here. So that's actually quite annoying, but this has actually gone to this is actually the farthest east tornado so far, so don't really like that. So I'm probably just going to wait for this to lift now, I guess. which should happen any second, seeing that it's almost 5 a.m. Really, that actually just strengthened? No, it's weakening again, I guess. That's growing in size, isn't it? That just grew in size, that hook. Oh, there we go, it lifted. Alright, so is that day 1, tornado 6? It is! Well, this sets a personal record for the most tornadoes I've had in a day, although one of them was completely off the map up here. That's still really cool. So, with that being as it is, and the storm day effectively ending, that is going to do it for this video. Now, I quickly wanted to mention that the support on the channel has been absolutely absurd. I hit 50 subscribers on this channel about a day under the, about a day under 2 weeks ago, and we're now getting close to having like 1.5. Actually, no, we do have 1.5 times the amount of subscribers. We're currently at 75, unless it's updated since I've checked last, but it probably has, since it's currently 5:19 p.m. and the last I checked was about noon. So that is going to do it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.